Yo, what's up guys, you're back with your man TechNick, your go-to guy for videos on the latest tech. Now today it's about the latest tech once again, as I have the Redmi K20 Pro on my left hand side here with a whopping 8GB of RAM and Snapdragon 855 processing chip inside. This is known as the Flagship Killer 2.0, as Oneplus used to be the old Flagship Killer, but at double the price as the Redmi. It has a curved QLED OLED panel with 90Hz refresh rate. It is a monster, no doubt, and also comes paired with an 855 processing chip as well as 12GB of RAM. This is an absolute monster. I've decided to plug the covers on to keep them nice and balanced on the table, and I've also decided to turn the animations off on both of the devices under developer options to keep things as even as possible when it comes to raw defining specs. Now going into the Oneplus settings over here, just to show you guys that I have indeed kept the resolution to QHD and the refresh rate to 90Hz, because this is what most people will be using this monster of a phone on most of the time. So now I will be using my trained little fingers here, but to keep things nice and even, I will be getting a different angle from the GoPro Hero 5, so keep an eye on that at the bottom left. These are both monsters to say the least, guys, and without further ado, let's go. Okay guys, so we're going to start in round 0 over here with a boot test, and we're going to check an app refresh icon test when we open up the phone, and then we're going to move on to a fingerprint test as well as a facial recognition test. Now talking about the facial recognition test, they both use pop-up mechanisms, but unfortunately the K20 Pro does not unlock automatically. You actually have to swipe it, so I have set the Oneplus to that as well. Now booting up the phone, the K20 Pro took the first point over there. It did it pretty quickly in fact, and the Oneplus wasn't too far behind. Nevertheless, K20 Pro took that. Now checking which icons load quicker, it is indeed the K20 Pro as well. I'm really surprised by this at a phone at half the price of the OnePlus 7 Pro, but maybe OnePlus will come back around later and give us some more beastly results later on in the further rounds. Now going into the fingerprint sensors here, they are both optical sensors, and you'll see that the OnePlus 7 Pro took it there, but we're going to do best out of 3, so I have not allocated a point yet. So first and second time the OnePlus 7 Pro got it, and the third time lucky over here, let's see. Okay, OnePlus 7 Pro again, so they get their first point in round 0 there as well for OnePlus. Now going into facial recognition, as I mentioned with those pop-up selfie cams, we have to swipe on the K20 Pro, so I'm swiping on both of them, and the OnePlus 7 Pro took the first 2, and let's see if it can snatch the points, wrapping up the third one over there, and there we go. Round 0, both on 2 points, though I do think the most important ones went towards the OnePlus 7 Pro over there as well. I have closed both of these apps. We're going to go round 1 camera to PUBG all the way up to camera for round 2, so let's get going guys. So starting up with camera over here, we got the OnePlus 7 Pro taking the first point in round 1 over there, and then flipping them around, the OnePlus 7 Pro took it again. Now I'm not going to be speaking about every single app as they open, guys. What I can tell you is that I guarantee you that I have slowed down this clip so ridiculously to see which phone actually opens it up first. I also took a look at which of my fingers tapped it, and honestly most of the time my fingers did tap it at the exact same time. I'm trying to get as good at this as I possibly can, so bear with me guys. I'm trying to make these tests as accurate as I possibly can with the budget that I am given. So I really am trying here, and so far in round 1 we have the OnePlus 7 Pro with 6 points, 2 points ahead the Redmi K20 Pro. The Redmi started off a bit strong there, and now the OnePlus 7 has just decided to loop it over here. So now the Redmi K20 Pro grabbed a point over there from Facebook, and opening up Instagram, the OnePlus 7 Pro matched it and took that, going 3 points ahead in round 1. Now 4 points ahead in round 1 after opening up Twitter, and now we're going to jump down to some media and check out YouTube. So opening up YouTube, you can clearly see that the OnePlus 7 Pro has opened that up faster as well. Sometimes it will load a little bit quicker on the Redmi because of the internet speeds, but the actual raw app opening, OnePlus opens faster almost every time, so just keep an eye on that when you are looking at the differences between them. So the OnePlus 7 Pro gets another point there, going in double digits, double the points as the Redmi K20 Pro, and exporting the photo from Adobe Clip, well, actually from Photoshop Express there, guys, has gone to the OnePlus 7 Pro as well. Now we're going into Adobe Premiere Clip over here, and we're going to go ahead and export a video. But opening up Adobe Clip, the OnePlus 7 Pro took it, and now we're going to export both of these videos to gallery in 1080p Full HD resolution. Now this is where the UFS 3.0 storage speed on the OnePlus really shines, and it definitely snatched that point when it came to exporting that video. Now we're going to go into Google Chrome before we hit our first first run of games, and the OnePlus 7 Pro snatches it again, 11 points in front of the K20 Pro. I did not think it would be this much of a gap, to be honest, guys, and I must say that quite a few times my finger did indeed hit the K20 Pro before it hit the OnePlus, and the OnePlus still managed to snatch the points. So going into our second game over here, which is indeed flip diving, you can see that the OnePlus has just jumped straight past that loading screen, straight into the game itself. OnePlus 7 Pro snatches another point, going in a 13-point lead, guys. I can't emphasize how surprised I am by this, since Redmi deliberately went against OnePlus with really dirty advertising, saying that they have definitely destroyed the best flagship killer round, which is OnePlus, but they did get a tie there, so they got an extra point, though the OnePlus 7 Pro has now hit 20 points. And with that advertising, guys, you can do it, that's fine. Do the advertising, that's great to do. Do clean advertising, because if you're gonna go dirty, then you better be right. And honestly, the Redmi K20 Pro has not done it for me as much as the OnePlus 7 Pro has, but when you're looking at price in the equation, then the Redmi K20 Pro is very, very hard to beat. Even though OnePlus 7 struggles to beat the Redmi K20 Pro when it comes to raw performance. Now we're opening up the most graphic intense game out of the lot here, guys, which is PUBG, and I'm sure a ton of you guys play this. I will really try to get some tests on both of these devices on PUBG to check out some frame rates, so let me know in the comments down below which one you guys think I should do first. And going on to that point, the Redmi K20 actually opened up PUBG quicker. I was really surprised on that, guys, but surprisingly enough, I'm glad it got an extra point before we head over to round 2, which we're going to do now. So we're going to go in round 2 from PUBG all the way back up to camera to test out some RAM management as well as opening speed. So we're going to focus on opening speeds here, not necessarily on which opens them quicker, but well, definitely on which opens them quicker, not necessarily on which has them open in the background. So if it's been closed in the background but it opens it quicker, I'll allocate the point because it has opened it up quicker. So the Redmi K20 Pro has snatched all 3 points in all these games, actually all 4 games now, and let's see if it can do the same thing with Subway Surfers. And once again, every single game reopened faster on the Redmi K20 Pro. If you guys do want to see something such as RAM management to see which ones can hold them back, I recently posted a RAM management video and the OnePlus 7 Pro was in there. I also included the Samsung Galaxy S10 5G and the ZTE Accent 10 Pro, so be sure to check that one out, guys, because that actually shows you the difference between 12 gigs, 8 gigs and 6 gigs of RAM. And fortunately for the OnePlus over here, it has an advantage of 12 gigs of RAM as opposed to the Redmi K20 Pro's 8 gigs of RAM. Now going to round 2 here, the Redmi K20 Pro really started off strong there, but the OnePlus 7 Pro has slowly caught up and surpassed the Redmi K20 Pro in round 2, and opening up Astral VPN because we need a VPN in China and turning it off. We got a tie in turning it off, but opening up OnePlus took it. OnePlus 7 Pro also opened up Spotify quicker. It also kept settings open where the Redmi K20 Pro has reopened it, and it's going to be the case for that right until the end here, where the OnePlus's RAM management is just so much better, since MIUI software is just not good when it comes to RAM management, guys. And you can see that we have now hit double points again for the OnePlus 7 Pro, even opening up camera there as well. OnePlus have kept all of the apps open except for 1 or 2, as opposed to the Redmi, who closed almost most of them in that top half over there, guys. Now looking at the total score over here, we have 17 points for the K20 Pro and more than double the OnePlus 7 Pro, guys. Now the K20 Pro dethroned my previous champion, which was the Xiaomi Mi 9, making it the ultimate king of my channel, and right now the OnePlus 7 Pro has taken that title, guys. I'm really impressed with it, but for half the price, the K20 Pro still does a phenomenal job. Whichever phone you guys pick up is well worth the purchase. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And until next time, guys, this is TechNick.